Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of my Nierychlo online, sharing my love for people, wine, food, and all things made passionately, coming to you from Wine Garage TV. So today's show, Malbec, the new big up-and-comer everybody's talking about. It's like this anomaly that's happening in the wine world. Everybody's, ooh, Malbec, 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 Malbec. So originally, Malbec comes to you from Bordeaux, France. That's where they typically grew it among the 6 varieties, or 5 other varieties, but of the 6 varieties used in Bordeaux for their big blends, Malbec can be typically found in France in a little area called Cahors. But for some reason, it ended up in Argentina. And in Argentina, it's found like the perfect little nest for Malbec to do its thing. The climate, the temperature, just the land, everything seems to be the perfect setting for Malbec to grow. And that is why Malbec has become Argentina's signature grape. Like I said, everybody's talking about Malbec all of a sudden, so I figured, you know what, time to do a show on Malbec. The wine festival is all about Argentina, things like that, so let's talk about Malbec. So, first one I brought with me from the Mendoza area of Argentina, a very famous Malbec producing area. It's the 2009 Malbec from Maipe. So you have a look at the bottle there. And let's see what this one has to offer. Now this one I think was about $15. That's the other thing with Malbec. Super value. I think that's why people are really liking it. Typically Malbec tends to be, especially New World Malbec. Now this show is about New World Malbec. We're talking Argentina. In this show, you can get some Malbec from Chile, things like that as well, but New World Malbec tends to be a bit more fruit forward, more approachable, we'll put it that way, a lot more approachable wine, friendly to almost anybody's palate. Like I said again, approachable. So, signature of Malbec, nice dark kind of purple color. That's Malbec. Let's see what's going on with Maipe. This one, I remember it's got an interesting story in the bottle, so let's just, the story is usually what sells. So let's see what it says. Maipe was the lord of the winds for the ancient Andean Indians. The Andean mountain range, I guess. We still invoke its name to clear the skies after heavy rain or to temper the summer heat. This wine's son of the winds is produced from grapes grown at the foothills of the Andes Mountains, at an altitude of 3,000 feet above sea level. Its intense color and aromas are the expression of the soils and the sun that gave it birth. So they got a little bit of romantic story in the back. So, 09 Maipe Malbec. 15 bucks. On the nose right away. It smells like Malbec. It's very bright, very fruit forward. A lot of like tart raspberry, bunches of blueberries, just a lot of like, kind of a mix of like black and red berries, kind of cut down the middle to say purple fruit, purple berries, and just bright. It's got a really little interesting hint of something vegetal as well. Like I would venture to say like something similar to radish or something like that. Just something kind of racy. Okay, on the palate on this one, again, approachable wine. Sits fairly nice on my palate. I've got a hint of subtle sweetness up front. I'm getting a lot of just bright fruit. Bright and with a nice tart finish. Kind of that purple fruit. A lot of like raspberry, again, like I said, like maybe like black raspberry. Some blueberry, like tart blueberry. What else? Yeah, just bright fruit. Not a whole lot of depth, not a whole lot of layers to it. Again, very approachable. Fruit forward. Just a nice fun sipper. Yeah, enjoyable. I can't complain about this wine. It's pretty decent, especially for 15 bucks. Again, that's what they're saying about Argentine Malbec. Good value. And if you're in Argentina, I mean, it's super cheap. You're paying in pesos over there, and who knows what you're paying for a bottle of wine like this. I mean, 15 bucks here, it's Don't even want to know what it's worth over there. But anyway, yeah, not bad. I'll say it's definitely a good wine. Let's throw a point value on this one. Let's say, I mean, like I said, not a whole lot of depth of layers of character or anything, but a nice fun sipper. Let's give it 87 points. I think it deserves about 87 points, that one. Next one, The Show. Now this one's got a bit of an interesting story to it. Or, I mean, all the wines these guys make have a bit of an interesting story, but it's their Argentine Malbec. I'll let you see the label. They're 2009 Argentine Malbec. Their label stands out. I'm sure you've seen it in the past. They do like a Cab Sauv. They do all kinds of different wines. And they have many different labels. It's by this small group of entrepreneurs, just guys having a great time, and they've coined themselves as the Three Thieves. They've got a little catchphrase called, or their catchphrase is, Liberators of World-Class Wine. So I think what they're trying to do is make world-class wine accessible. That's their plan. So anyway, this wine here, they're not claiming it's this, now they're from California, but they're not claiming it's Californian fruit. They're saying it's Argentine Malbec, Malbec from Argentina. No secrets there, I like that. I don't like when people try to hide stuff in their label. But yeah, it's made, like produced and bottled in Argentina, sent up here, they're importing it up into the States, slapping their label on it, and selling it. So, let's see how this one works out. This one's $20. Actually, get my glasses over to rinse here. This one's $20. Again, very similar color, just dark, kind of ruby purple color. Or, well, ruby and purple aren't the same color, but it's ruby with this black kind of purple to it. I want to say inky, but which is typical of Malbec, but this is not really inky. It's kind of nice. It's got a nice lighter looking color wine, not too over dark and inky over the top. Okay, on the nose, this one's got a lot more going on than the previous. Now the fruit on this is not as bright. It's still bright in there, but it's a bit softer, kind of like a soft, like blueberry, what's a good word for it? Cream, like creamed blueberries or something like that. Yeah, a lot of creamed blueberries. Almost a hint of like a vanilla pastry sort of thing. Actually, it's got a nice nose on this one. It's got some subtle earthiness too. Yeah, I venture just to say, like, well, here's an example. I was out strawberry picking today, and this reminds me just of the smell you get of just walking on the earth the strawberry plants are going on. You get a little bit of the sweetness of the strawberry plants sitting there, but you just smell a bit of that dirt, and I like that. All right. Okay, now this one comes across more balanced. Like this one's just a nice simple wine, not a whole lot of depth, layers of character, decent wine. This one feels like it's flowing over my whole palate. It's got that subtle sweetness up front, and it reminds me ever so slightly of a vanilla pastry, sort of. Nice kind of soft blueberry and dark fruits, dark berries and whatnot flowing over my mid palate, with a nice tart finish, but not a racing tart finish, just kind of a clean tart finish. Much higher quality wine. Actually, I'm fairly impressed by this one. Yeah, nice finish, decent length. Can taste the wood in it, like the oak, ever so slightly. But I like it, it's integrated well. Just kind of complements it. Gives it kind of some packaging. Decent wine. Yeah, I'm going to say this one's quite good. I like it. I'd buy it again. Look for this one. This would be great to bring to friends' parties. Things like that. A cool label. Label stands out so well. I'm going to give that one like 89 points. I think they've done a nice job on it. Good job, Three Thieves. So that's Malbec from Argentina. Let me know if you've had a Malbec from Argentina recently that really stood out. You're like, oh yeah, this is great value. I really enjoyed it. Gotta try it out. Comment on this episode. What do you think of Malbec? Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you on the next episode. Wine Garage TV.